Hey, it's Pastor Craig, and it's Wednesday, June 24th, and I want to talk to you just for a moment about God's plan and His purpose for your life. You know that God has a plan and a purpose for your life? We all need a greater cause than living for ourselves, having a purpose that's bigger than us. When Paul's writing the book of Philippians, he had basically nothing. Everything was taken away. He was in prison. He had poor health. He was lonely. He was chained to a guard 24 hours a day. And they've taken basically everything away from this guy. But there's one thing they could not take away from Paul, and that is his purpose in life. And Paul writes in Philippians chapter 1, verse 21, says this: "For me to live is Christ." I want to live for Jesus Christ in my life. That's a great statement. One of the greatest days in your life is when you say, God, I give myself to you. I want to put you and your purpose number one in my life. When you begin to live the purpose for which God made you, all of a sudden life begins to make sense. Paul writes this in Romans chapter 6, verse 13. Give yourselves completely to God, every part of you, to be tools in the hand of God, to be used for His good purpose. I dare you to pray that prayer. Basically says this: God, use me any way you want. That's an incredible prayer, dangerous prayer. I prayed that prayer when I was in college. I remember in seminary, I would pray, God, use me. And there was this moment, though, when God turned the light on in my life to His purpose in my life. It was a Sunday morning. I was sitting in church. One of my favorite writers, Bob Benson, I'd never seen him before, but I read some of his incredible writings, and they were so powerful to me. And I'll never forget when all the pastors walked in, they sat down on the stage. I leaned over to my father-in-law and I said, "Which one is Bob Benson?" And I was expecting this really big guy to come walking out, and it was this little guy that was very frail. Cancer had eaten away at his body. And when they introduced him and he walked up to the platform, it seemed like it took him about 30 seconds for him to walk up, and very slowly he said these words. He said, "I want to know Christ and the power of His resurrection in my life." And all of a sudden the light went on, and I went, that's what I want. The power. I want to live with the power of the resurrection of Jesus Christ in my life. The power to live a right relationship with Jesus. The power in my life that whatever problem I'm facing, that I know Jesus is going to help me. And the power to have that sure hope that one of these days when I leave this earth behind, that I'm going to be forever with Jesus in heaven. The power of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's the power that I want to live with, and that's the purpose I want to live for. That's my prayer for you, to live with the power of the resurrection of Jesus in your life. God bless you. Have a great day.